Hello and welcome to the Everyday Language Podcast. Coming from Akita, Japan, this is Mark. Today I want to talk about quality issues. It will be a free rolling kind of episode as I'm going to talk in a stream of consciousness type of thing. I haven't really planned this line by line, word for word, so I try to explain as I go along. Okay, a lot of people say, are you worried about the quality? How can you make the quality better? And that's important. It's important to think about because you don't want to be kicking yourself. You don't want to be going in unprepared. You want to do things properly. And when I think about how to do things properly, I think, how can you recognize quality? How do you know when something is good? Is it an intuition or is it just experience? You know what is quality because you've seen it time and time again. Well, maybe I haven't got all the answers today, but I was just thinking about that recently, and I've been talking about that to my students in Akita. Another thing that's crossed my mind recently is how much effort should we put in to attain a certain standard? Should we aim to exceed the minimum standards? Do we need to excel in everything we do? Or sometimes is just doing enough good enough? Take the example of music. You may not be a musician. You may not be someone who listens to music every day. But I'm sure that you know what good music sounds like. When you hear a song that makes you move your head, it makes you kind of think, that's the one. Then it strikes a chord with you. It touches something deep within yourself. And what is that? What is that thing that the musician or musicians did that connected with something inside you? Was it the practice they did when they were learning the instrument? They learnt the scales, the chords, the progressions. Or was it the emotions the musicians had as they experienced life? The things that they've been through, the moments they've had, the highs and the lows. Did they transmit that to you in the music? And how do you know when something doesn't come up to the required standard? What happens when something is not up to scratch? How do you know that? Maybe something feels a bit off. Something feels just a little bit wrong. When I was in school, we had a music appreciation class, and I really enjoyed that. When I was 16 in my college, one of the teachers just used to have a lunchtime music appreciation session, and we'd go to his room and he'd bring some vinyl, lay out the vinyl on the table, and we'd each pick a record and then we'd listen to the record. And that was a pretty cool thing to do, just to get exposed to all these different sounds. Does that happen to you if you're going to school? Do you have a music teacher or another teacher who can really connect with you and introduce you to new things? If so, that sounds good. I guess the world is moving quite quickly nowadays, and it's hard to keep up. I'm already feeling like a dinosaur, and I'm still in my 30s. I'm not sure I can understand what my niece talks about when she's talking with her friends. And it's not like I want to live in the past. I've met people who do that, and I think it's quite a sad thing if you spend all your time living in the past. I'm someone that wants to look forwards and look back, to remember the past, but to keep my eye on the future. This week's been quite philosophical, so next week hopefully we'll be back to business as normal. Thanks for tuning in. You have been listening to the Everyday Language Podcast for English learners. Thank you, and I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye.